Jake here for Extreme Terrain, and today I'm taking a look at these LED taillights with black housings and smoked lenses for 2014 to 2021 Toyota Tundras. Now the Tundra's taillights have always left a little something to be desired, so if you're looking for a way to add some modern flair, upgrade your lighting, or just give your Tundra a bit of a stealthier look, these are going to be right up your alley. Now the first thing you'll probably notice are these smart looking smoked lenses. They're going to bring a pretty drastic change to the overall look of your Tundra. Now this is a smoked polycarbonate lens, so they're not simply painted or tinted or anything like that. They are designed and made this way from the get-go. Now combine that with the black internal housings, makes for a pretty cool stealthy type of look. Now one thing I would like to point out is that while these aren't necessarily tinted to within an inch of their life, they are still kind of dark, so their brightness in the daytime won't be quite as good as a set of lights with, say, clear lenses. But that's why we've got these LEDs inside to help offset it and increase your overall visibility. Now speaking of LEDs, that is of course the main feature here. So you get this row of large LEDs down the side, as well as these two smaller rows right here. Now these are going to act as your brake lights and your turn signals. And while they are well spaced, they're also nice and bright, which again is going to help with that visibility even despite having these smoked lenses. The coolest part though, that's your running lights. You may have noticed them already, but the running lights are these two L-shaped channels right here. Now these light up with a crisp, even red light, so there's no individual bulbs that you see, it's just all one piece, and they look great, especially at night. And when the lights are off, as you can see, they have this sort of grayish white type of color to them, which I think still looks pretty cool, even though they're not lit up. All that to say, these are a pretty big departure from your factory taillights, and they bring that modern, kind of stealthy look to your truck. Another thing I would like to note is that for your reverse lights, the factory bulbs are maintained, so you are going to have to swap those over. Now as far as pricing goes, these come in right around the $300 mark, which is about the middle of the road for this category. There are of course some less expensive options out there, but they aren't necessarily going to have the same type of style or the cool running lights or all the LEDs that these guys have. Now as for installation, these are going to get an easy 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter. This is a job you can easily accomplish yourself in under an hour since the lights are totally plug and play. Like I mentioned earlier, you will have to swap over those reverse light bulbs and just plug in these two connectors right here. So overall, it's a pretty straightforward process. Might also be a good time to change over your reverse light bulbs to LED units since you're going to be in there anyway, get everything to match all nice. And to show you just how to get these installed on your ride, let's head on over to our install bay now and we'll walk you through it.
So the tools used for this install, the T30 socket or a Torx 30, a short extension, and a 3/8 impact, or you could use a 3/8 ratchet as well. First things first, we want to take our OEM taillights out. We're going to start by dropping the tailgate. We're going to move the two T30 bolts here and here. All right, well, once you have your T30 bolts removed, this should be loose, and you're just going to pry directly out. There's one. And two. There and there. Start with removing the harness wires. Push down, pull. Once you have your old taillight assembly out, you want to get your new one. You're going to have this sticker at the bottom with an arrow on it. You want to remove that. And what you're going to do is, this is your backup bulb. There's 1, 2, 3. This is your center one. You're going to want to turn it counterclockwise, and it should pop right out just like that. Put this aside, and it's going to go into the new one where that sticker was. Just turn it clockwise until it seats itself, and then lock it in. So after you have your reverse light in, you're ready to put the whole assembly back in. These clips are proprietary to each bulb. So if it doesn't fit, you could move on to the next one, and it should work. You want to hear that click each time. Click. And then your last one. And if this isn't connected, make sure you do that too. Now that we have our wires connected, you're going to want to line these up these two pegs with these holes on the body. And then you're just going to push it in. Once you have them pushed in, hold it in place, start your T30 screws by hand. You might have to move the housing around a little bit, the taillight housing, to get that bolt to line up. And once you get them started, we're going to use our T30 Torx on our impact. And just a little bit, you don't want to over torque them, and then just kind of make sure it's nice and tight and snug. And you're going to want to repeat this same process on the other side.
That's going to wrap it up for our review and install of these LED taillights with smoked lenses and black housings for the 2014 to 2021 Toyota Tundra. Thanks for watching, and remember, for all things Tundra, be sure to stick with us right here at extremeterrain.com.